Good evening and welcome to Thursday night's Darkness over New Orleans. Thanks for joining us. Happy to have you with us. I'm Dylan. I'm your storyteller. My pronouns are he, they. Um, Again, thank you so much for joining us. Uh, Content warning before the game starts. We are stepping into a war room to make plans on a assault. Um, Someone will be talking about offering themselves up as bait, which could be seen as a sacrifice, um, which is technically a form of self unaliving. So please, if that triggers you in any possible way, I hope that you find something that's puts you in a better space, a better headspace, better mental space. Um, this episode might get a little more dark, just to give you a heads up about that right off the bat. So please, without any further ado, let's introduce the cast. Christian, do you mind starting us off, sir?
Yeah, sure. Hey, everybody. Hi, my name is Christian, aka A Fluffy Goomba, all over the internet. I'm a teacher, RPG performer, and entertainer here in the space. Uh, I'm playing Maximilian Washington Gangrel, Primogen, officially. Now officially given the title Primogen. Pronouns he, him, so are mine.
Thank you very much. And Thaddeus.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be playing your Aubrey Valentine. His pronouns are he, him. Tonight he's going to be working on his war room confidant persona, but he's a little bit more accustomed to a bedroom courtesan. So we'll see how that works out.
Thank you. And Robin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robin the God, pronoun she, her. I will be playing the Ambrose Windsor Zimitzi, but right now masquerading as a Nosferatu named Thorn. We shall see how this episode goes. Hopefully, no one gets skinned alive. We're good. We're fine.
It's all we're asking for. It's the little things, really, just the little things we're asking for.
Thanks.
Oh, 1 second. Let me just move Thaddeus over a little bit. Actually, yeah, let's move Thaddeus over because he's not centered. There we go. Bam. Good. Okay. All right. Well, without any further ado, I guess we should sink our fangs into this week's episode of Darkness over New Orleans. Blah.
Blah.
Hey.
When last we left off, our coterie was just finishing up getting the house together, getting it ready, having sent off the crow to bring aerial reinforcements. Um, Max's watchdogs had set the place up with the direction of Fritz. And then we had some unexpected visitors join us. We had Prince Felicity, Lady Aisha, we had Angelo, we had Easy, and two other members of the Gangrel clan. We also had two of Felicity's hounds and one just giant refrigerator of a man standing at the front door who has not introduced himself, has not entered the house. He's just there. During this time, Angelo pulled Max and Easy aside. Easy had let Max know that the rest of the Gangrel had accepted him wholeheartedly as their primogen after hearing about how he stood up on his own against the Macaulay in the Ventrue Sanctum, while in an effort to save his clan and the better kindred society. They saw that as a very honorable task and would love to have that type of person lead them. Angelo then made a very strong effort to apologize to both Max and Easy about how they were raised, and his lack of effort in doing anything that a sire should do in terms of educating and welcoming and being part of just being there in whole, and keeping too many secrets that inevitably were damaging. So he tried to make a recompense by apologizing and asking how he could fix it, and to ensure that from here on out it would be a new slate and nothing would be kept in the dark. Excuse me. We also had Aubrey have a quick sit down with Prince Felicity, where she asked when the last time he spoke with his sire was, how their relationship was. She understood that there was some bad juju and bad blood between the two of them, and
So much better.
so much better now. Aubrey gave his polite responses, to which Prince Felicity just tossed over two fangs and said that he took a quick ride through the sun in the back of a glass chariot, glass coffin, and that if they survive this evening, for Aubrey to please come back to the manor and meet with the prince so that they can introduce him to someone. Then Aubrey decided to speak a little roughly towards Angelo, who, with the amount of tension as he's had that evening and saying it was a bad day to begin with,
He misunderstood me.
that's a complete misunderstanding. That's all it was. It's always just a misunderstanding.
Could have happened to anybody.
It really could have. But unfortunately, the wind blew you in his direction. And he snapped, pretty much.
And he blew up, yeah.
Got behind you and just let you know, hey, you are screwing with the sheriff here. And he let you know. And then the prince just said, we just had a nice conversation, like just a moment ago.
Yeah. Did you know Angelo's the sheriff, guys?
Yeah, definitely knew that. Yeah, 100%. Without question.
I don't suggest finding out the way I found out.
No. No.
And while that was happening, Ambrose was asked. Well, actually, Ambrose walked into Lady Aisha as she was checking out the house, and then Lady Aisha said, "All right, I need you to give me a tour of the house so I can get a lay of the land." During this time, Ambrose said, "So, how was your hunt? Are you glad that's over and done with? I'm sure you had a nice little snack with the blood." Lady Aisha said, "Hey, you're very interested in this whole Ambrose situation going on here." And then Fritz came in and said, "Here, I'll take Lady Aisha around so you can return to your coterie, and I will make sure to give her the proper tour of the home." And And then going back downstairs, Ambrose then went into the kitchen where Lady Aisha was. I'm sorry, Prince Felicity was, kind of just asking, "So what can you do?" What almost confrontational, asking the prince what they could possibly do to help stave off this attack that's about to happen. um,
Asking her if she was afraid and if she could be of some assistance, perhaps a mentor towards Aubrey, since
that's where it was. Yes,
he's lacking one.
yes, and then her response that she is not a mentor. She needs to control the whole city and all of kindred conscious of time to be someone's personal tutor, their mentor. And during this time, Lady Aisha was trying to find a specific room in the house to set up as the war room, preferably one that has no windows and is located central to the home. That's where we left off, you guys. We had all three of you were downstairs, close enough to the kitchen area where everyone was advancing, save for Lady Aisha and Fritz. So without any further ado, let's pick up right from there. My friends, players, the stage is yours.
So there should be a room, right? Thorn, where we can kind of just all come together. It's kind of in the center of this place and just
Informed
talk.
Lady Aisha. I informed Lady Aisha.
Oh.
And Fritz is showing her around. We have plenty of rooms here. I would like to have a war room. Yes, isn't that nice in my house?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it?
Yep. Yes, it's like puts hands on shoulders. It is like it's like gripping shoulders tight.
Yeah.
God, it's giving the eyes of please behave. I please. We are almost through this. We cannot fail at the starting bell.
I'm fine. Have you ever seen a war room?
I've never been to war, so no.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So think of a Zamitsi's home. I mean, not that. We're not talking about that. I didn't say that. Let's talk about
whisper. It's like very hushed. I'm imagining this conversation is very hushed.
Just think about this home.
No need to roll any dice. We're just it's a slip of the tongue. It's a slip of the tongue. No need to roll any dice. We just started. We got to get back. You're trying to get back into the flavor of it. It's been a week. You gotta get.
Just think of my home, my beloved.
Mm-hmm.
Just think of my beloved home as. You ever heard the saying? Have you ever heard the saying? Home is where the heart is.
I have heard that. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. This home is my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be very out of sorts if someone were to break my heart.
Well, hopefully they don't do that. There's no need to break it. Can't you take us to the theater part? Is that off limits? The where we first learned about you more about and this again whispers.
Sure.
I mean,
there's so many people here, and they are welcome.
Wait. Above table, were those mannequins real people?
Some of them were.
Okay, never mind. X that.
Well, don't forget. Once again, above table.
Above table,
the whole procession of everything that was in the house has now been gone into the fun room. So technically, yes. The runway room, the theater space upstairs should be technically void of any obstacles, we'll call it.
Yeah, because
I mean, you say that, but
specifically because that room has no windows. That room is very secure in its presentation. It's above table. Right? Like, am I missing anything, Robin? Or am
Yes. Yes, that's true.
I
It's pretty secure.
uh we could, I mean,
I don't like the way you said that.
I know, right? Just like, come on, just
Are
give
you
me a
also
yes
out
or
to get
no.
us?
What the fuck? I gotta.
No, never.
Well, they're out to get us for a different reason. All right, back. I mean, that's as good a place as any. I mean, it's got no windows. It's pretty to
It's
look at around.
sure. If you know what? If you would like to offer that room, I will allow you to offer that room.
Oh, okay. Is something wrong? Something going on?
No, nothing's going on, not at all.
You gotta,
Never with me.
you gotta tell me what's going on. You can't leave
Nothing's
things.
going on.
Why do I not believe you?
Nothing's
Please.
going on. Listen, just I don't want my heart to break.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a broken
Yes.
heart can be a dangerous thing. Can be a very volatile thing. You never know what could happen to the heart in such a state. And if the heart breaks, it would take over me and consume me in ways you can't even fathom in
Well,
your
you wouldn't have
puny
an attack
existence.
here. You wouldn't have an attack here. We wouldn't attack here. We're planning on. That's what the war room discussions get. We're gonna find a place to attack. So
Yes.
this is just words. These are just words we're using, right?
Words.
Just words.
Just
Just
fine.
takes their hand and squeezes it. Just words.
Okay. All right, darling.
Okay.
You lead the way.
Okay.
He has a way with words, Aubrey.
Sure.
I thought I was still laying on the couch pretending to be in pain.
You kind of stood up. You kind of like stopped acting. So kind of just
Shit! Aubrey,
Yes?
how are you feeling?
So much pain. It comes and goes, really. Fits of delirium where I forget everything that's happened in the last hour.
Is your sire dead?
What do you
Why
mean?
would you ask that question?
Well,
Why would you ask that question?
Because the last thing I remember hearing you say was, I know it's an off-brand joke, but
damaged. I don't even know what's real anymore.
Well,
It happens when you get your lights knocked out the way I did.
I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
Is it true?
Well, of course. I mean,
was the
I'm
joke
not
not
a
a joke?
liar. I'm delirious, not.
Well, in your delirium, is it true? Well, now that you're not delirious, is it true that your sire...
No, I'm still very delirious. It's hard to take my word.
Damn it, Aubrey.
On anything.
No. Well, that's
Really.
always a fact, but I would love to know.
Not always. Always?
Not
I'm a man
always.
of
You are
my
a trickster.
convictions.
You are a trickster of a man, Aubrey.
With that said, yes, it's a shame then. He's gone. But
I need you to break that down. I need you to
Over
break
with.
that I need you to break that sentence down
I
and explain
don't think
what
I
that
can
means.
break him down any more than producing two fangs in his hand. I think
Oh.
he's pretty much broken down.
Oh.
Sadly, I was not there to see him in his end. Thus.
Oh, really?
Wait.
Well, why would that be something that I'm lying about?
Wait, but
I've been with you the whole time.
this is the truth, and we know how bad he got, because look, remember what he did to you.
I might have provoked Angelo. I was thinking to myself, this will be the last time that An unwanted father figure has laid their hands on me, and I was wistful.
Rewind. Who told you your sire was dead?
The queen. King. The matriarch.
Prince. So,
The autocracy.
a Tremere prince, the old Tremere prince, told you that your sire is dead.
You're saying it like I
And-
shouldn't trust them.
Do you
Where's the
recognize those
body?
teeth? Do you recognize those teeth?
I
I rarely
there's-
recognize the hand that beat me because it was coming so fast.
Fair.
I
Hey.
hardly recognize the fangs.
Aubrey?
Wait, was I supposed to?
No. What?
Aubrey.
Yes.
Aubrey Valentine.
Sorry, I'm still delirious. It's spots in front of my vision.
I need you to listen to me very carefully.
I'll do my best, but it affected my hearing.
And he comes up to Aubrey and just puts his hand over his mouth. I wish I could right now. God, I wish I could. And squeezes his lips together. Aubrey Valentine, darling, my sweet, the light, the moonlight of my life. If you do not see a body, do not assume one is dead. All right? And then he lets go of his lips.
My life is more and more like Game of Thrones every day. I know those books would come in handy.
Don't understand the reference. Nor the sense.
I hardly understand the reference. I skipped a lot of pages. I mostly read it for the steamy parts. There's a lot of steamy parts.
Aubrey Valentine. From experience, right? If a person seems as though they're dead and the evidence is there, that still doesn't mean that they are dead unless you see their cold, lifeless husk of a body.
A life of trickery, deceit, and just general lying and masquerading as someone else has made you very untrusting. It's not a good color on you. But you're probably right.
I can't do this. And he
Let's just focus
walks
on
out
the
of the
fact
room.
that you're probably right. You're probably right. Probably.
I'm
His
gonna.
heels are clicking away.
I'm gonna go to where the prince is, or where the rest of the adults are.
They're not too far away. They're pretty much in the next room. You guys were heading towards the kitchen.
Yeah.
She's in the kitchen
Yes.
with two of her hounds.
We're all heading for the kitchen. I just got out of there.
It's come to my attention that we are looking for a room that suffice to talk more in detail. This place does have a setting that does fit that bill. If y'all would like to follow me, I could lead y'all there. I guess on permission of my dear Nosferatu friend here.
Well, that's
What's mine is yours, Aubrey. And Christian. I mean,
Christian. I'm the
Maximilian.
shapeshifter. Ooh, it was me.
See what a life of lying and deceit does?
Prince Felicity, she sits back in a chair. Oh, very good. I appreciate that. Speeds things up a bit. She pushes herself back, and her hounds wait for her to stand up at full, and then they join her. Angelo comes up behind the prince, just protecting her six, and Prince Felicity says simply, just lead us on then. Where is this location? Mr. Thorne, I appreciate your hospitality and willingness to assist in finding a adequate location to have the said war room. I would have liked to call it a strategical place for planning, headquarters, but Lady Aisha insists on calling it a war room.
That doesn't surprise me one bit, actually.
You are very welcome, and you have wonderful manners.
All right, let everybody follow me. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
All
We
right.
called you
And
Mister.
I will lead them confidently. I'm not scared of this place entirely. To the, what was it? The model room he called it?
The third
The
floor.
third floor, which
or-
has the runway and the amphitheater, we'll call it, because there's the
Yeah.
seating arrangement and everything.
Yes, the amphitheater.
As you guys are making your way up on the second floor, you see Fritz being followed by Lady Aisha, and he just looks like he's sweating. And then he sees he just goes, "Good evening, friends.
Yes.
Where are we?
We're heading to the amphitheater. To the amphitheater.
Perfect.
So
I was telling
so,
you about
Lady
that just a second
Aisha-
ago.
yeah, Lady Aisha, if you would like to follow us, that would be wonderful.
And what will we
We're-
find
we're-
in this amphitheater?
War room with no windows, sealed, and everything you are looking for in a confidential space.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Mm.
Thorn, you should tell your ghoul that when I'm specifically asking for a certain thing, that would be best to bring me there, not drag me through this maze of a house you have.
Forgive me. He gets much enthusiastic about hospitality and such. I will talk to him, and of course, please follow the others. My home is for your
Finish the sentence.
I'll be back. Oh, I really should go downstairs. I shall give you whatever hospitality you require. Yes.
Very good. Thorn, thank you. And Lady Aisha
Very
joins the
well.
folds behind the throngs of the people that are being followed, that are following Max.
Okay, and I will lead them to the amphitheater.
All right, you head up to the third floor and open up. You guys see the long catwalk followed by the stage behind, and the two sections of seated area that are etched upward in an amphitheater style, just so that it can really see the whole lay of the land. Robin, did we leave the lights on? How did you want to have this place looking right now? Because this is your home. This is your sacred space, pretty much. You're muted.
The room of which you're entering is a showroom, and you're going to have those kind of showroom lights, the ones that come from the top to spotlight certain things, ones from the bottoms, but there's nothing there to spotlight. It's just an empty room, an empty runway.
So the
Everything's
runway's still
empty.
built.
Still there.
Okay. Lady Aisha.
It's like walking into an empty museum with
I'm
how
just
the
so
lights
comforted that the runway wasn't people.
Like
Just thinking about you walking on the backs of your enemies as you strut the runway was very real to me.
are. Ooh,
Ooh.
take notes.
I have to write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah,
write that
right. that
We-
down.
We talked about this, I think, 2 sessions ago, if I don't remember correctly. Lady Aisha pushes past him and goes, "This is quite the arrangement.
Yeah.
It will
I
do.
mean,
This will do nicely." And she just hops up onto the walkway and makes her way over to the theater part. And just simply says, "I need a table. Where's the one I was walking with? Where is that ghoul?"
I think I'll go get him.
I shall get them. I will be right back. It's my ghoul, my home. I will be right back.
Okay, of course. Go ahead. Get out
Anything
of
you
here.
need,
Get out of
anything.
here.
Anything at all. Runs out of the room to find Fritz.
Fritz is on the first floor sitting in one of the chairs, and he's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with that woman? Jesus
Okay,
Christ!"
What the fuck? What happened? Tell
She's
me
so
everything.
intense. You think you're intense? You're a little bitch compared to her. My God, it's so. She's just like. My goodness gracious! It was. I don't want to be around her ever again.
All right, all right, all right. Calm down. No one's going to hurt you. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You can say that. You can just say that all you want, but I don't trust a word when that woman sees her. If she finds out, Ambrose. If she and he grabs her. If she fucking finds out, Ambrose.
I realize that, and she isn't right.
It's not just you that's going to die. I'm gonna be fucking killed horribly. They're gonna treat me dead. I'm gonna be a little slurpy straw. They're just gonna go. I'm just like wrinkly. Hello. They're not even gonna turn me, as you promised you would so many times. And your friends are gonna fucking eat it. Do you realize what's gonna happen if she finds out?
Okay. Listen. It's okay. Look at me. I'm fine. You're fine. Everything's going to be fine if we just keep our goddamn mouth shut, Ambrose. Fritz, just listen, okay? Fuck. Okay, listen, fuck.
For someone who's been in acting for so long, you think you'd be better at lying, because this is just terrible. I'm just gonna say right now. I mean, I understand. This is some deep shit we're in right now, yeah? We're in the trenches.
Okay, Fritz, help me. Help me get into the mind space. Help me to focus. What's my motivation? Oh, not dying is my motivation. I usually had a coach. Daniel was usually my coach.
I've got it right here, and just slaps you across the face. I can freak out. I'm human. You're supposed to be the one in charge here, please.
You are no longer standing.
Oh, you're right. Absolutely right. Absolutely. All right, I can do this. I am Thorn. You are Fritz. I need a table. And some chairs.
Table and chair. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. We can do that, right? We can do that. That's simple.
We can do that.
Manual labor. Let's do this. Come now. And he just marches into the kitchen and just turns the table that's in there on its side. Okay. Do you want to push or you want to pull? And for once, I'm not fucking around. Let's get this straight, okay? Let's get this straight. That's funny coming from me.
You can be in the back this time. I know you always want to do that.
Okay, sure, whatever. So he goes to the other side of the table. Okay, let's go. And we'll just say you guys get it to the third floor. While this is happening, though, while you guys are having your little out-of-body experience of fear and everything, let's go back into the amphitheater.
Shall we? Good lord.
The prince, she makes her way up to the stage as well. Just looking around, just like observing, taking note of the way that things look and how they are. This room is immaculately taken care of compared to the rest of the house. And her hounds are standing at the entrance to the door. They're making their way around the perimeter of the room, making sure that there's nothing to break into, to break out of. There's no windows and everything. Angelo's he took a seat in one of the chairs in the amphitheater. Easy is there next to him. The other two Gangrel are still outside the house waiting to be called in. The refrigerator guy, he's out there as well. So in the room right now, there is Max, there is Aubrey, there is the prince, there is Lady Aisha, there are the two hounds, there is Angelo, there is Easy. There are 8 people in this room right now.
Plenty of room for all of us to be a little bit distant from each other, or we're kind of like on top of
Absolutely.
each other?
There are at least 5 rows on either side of the walkway for this amphitheater. So it is definitely a good. This room takes up the length of the house, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah.
Right back.
This is a penthouse of a theater stage.
Yep.
So as they're walking around, so I mean, this is a good spot. as any. If we want to just talk preliminaries, but without a table, then I think we can do that if that's something we want to do. Looking at the Prince and Lady Aisha.
Prince Felicity just goes, well, of course, I prefer everyone who's going to be involved to be here. There will be more kindred coming from different clans. Okay.
Oh,
sorry, we had
Can't wait
technical
to tell-
difficulties. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry about that.
I would say that.
Technically, there was some
Technically,
difficulties.
there's
Yes.
difficulties.
Technically,
Fine,
there
the
was
difficulties.
difficulties.
Okay. So the prince says
grab
to you,
me a
Max,
shit stone.
the prince says, we will be having other members of other clans joining us tonight, so I would like for everyone to be here before we actually get into the
Okay,
nitty-gritty of it all.
okay,
But yes, I think that's some preliminaries, since I would suggest you three here know the lay of the land better than anyone else will. And it would help us immensely if you'd gave us a quick overlay before everyone else got here. That would be wonderful.
Sure. I mean, preliminary wise, I mean, this space is as good as any to have if we're going guns blazing, literally. The surrounding neighborhood is quiet. The the woods themselves are thick, so the sounds will won't echo from the gunfire. As for who we're going to be facing, I mean, I faced a giant snapping turtle of a Macaulay, so their range, and I've seen a giant reptilian one, so their range of transformation is if it's reptile based, I'm gonna say vast. Don't know exactly what we'll be facing, but just to know that the element of surprise won't be on their side when they do is important. Like I said before, I'm going to be trying to talk to the local animal population. Hopefully, they'll be on our side to give us a little bit of a heads up on things. The one I fought was vicious, but I'm sure they all are, so that goes without saying. But
Well, I
they're
know
quick.
that snapping turtles in their normal size are very ornery, but to have one the size of, I can imagine, I actually didn't see the corpse, so
it took me by surprise. It certainly is not. Of all the things that rouletted in my mind for what I was going to be facing, that was not it. That was a shock.
God,
But
it's a sick sadistic bastard.
it truly, our God is a creative one, to say the
you
least.
need to remember that's not the Christian's God that made that.
Right.
No, it's not.
It's not. No. Yes, just no.
It is the moon who made that, unfortunately. And we can't fight the moon.
No, we cannot.
We just stave off its little bastards that come at us.
And they will be coming at us if you're going to be putting yourself out there. They will definitely go for that.
Oh,
Especially, I think,
intend them to.
especially after I'm sure the egg incident, they will be extremely vindictive
Right.
in punishing.
We will talk about all of that in just a moment. We'll say at that time, Thorn and Fritz are bringing the table in. And Lady Aisha just snaps her finger. Right up here, please.
Of course. Come on, Fritz. Shuffles towards the front.
Like I'm imagining the cracking of many bones is being played like a piano solo.
Just like a bag of Doritos.
Ugh.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Ugh.
As you guys are passing Max and Aubrey, You hear Fritz say, "We are so fucked. We are so fucked."
Breathe, Fritz, breathe.
You'll love getting fucked. This is just a little more rougher than you're used to.
And I will help them set. I'll help take some of the load into get the table set up, just so
Ugh.
the illusion of
Mhm.
assistance is complete.
All right. As soon as the table is set up, Lady Aisha reaches into her robes and pulls out a large parchment that was folded
Oh.
over several times, and she just lays it down and starts unraveling it. It is a topographical map of this specific area within a 1 mile diameter. So it goes far back into your backyard, past your 20 acres. No. Yes, it goes into your 20 acres of property, Ambrose, and then to the sides as well. So the house it sits on the far end of where the map starts, and you can see the different heights and dips of where the swampland pushes the ground upward and sinks it deep in, which are further into your property, and the small creeks that run through the further part in the back. And then she says, "Well, Thorn, what could we expect of your neighbors? What are they typically like?"
It's relatively quiet. I am not too far away from a small street. Not many people live there. Many of the houses are dark, abandoned, and no one comes this close to my property. Not
Yes,
even
we
the
did
mailman.
notice several abandoned houses on the way up. I'm debating whether or not those should be good places for us to use as ambush points as well. I still haven't figured out if we should or not, but
I think, if I may, Lady Aisha, that would be far too predictable. Of course they would think we would reside inside of those little houses.
Especially considering they've infiltrated us for a while now. I mean, they were the one was the mayor for God's sakes. So they've gotten close to a lot of us in some capacity or another. They could know that. And besides, if they think we're giving them an advantage by fighting in the woods, which we technically would be, then they'd feel more confident, and therefore they'd be more aggressive and therefore more sloppy. In my opinion, at least.
it's a very good point, Maximilian, and thank you for your input, both you and Thorn. I do believe that I gave these creatures less credit than they deserve when it comes to planning.
I mean, they've certainly gotten the upper hand on us. And if they continue to think they have the upper hand on us, that just means we can get in a quick jab or two, hurt their pride. Hurt pride, people make more mistakes.
This is very true.
Regardless,
This is very true.
we should always remember that compared to Garu, Makole, the kindred outnumber them. The kindred in the city certainly do.
But at the same time, one is powerful enough to wipe out a clan of us.
Indeed. And you, single-handedly, with one hand, might I say, defeated one.
How is that? You have
So
two
there's hope.
hands.
What they mean is one hand that was the final blow.
Very
Yes.
good.
And then over and over and over again.
Understood. Very good.
I mean,
That
go. Sorry, Albert.
despite the brilliant and extremely well worded vampire to your left, I believe that I must interject. We don't know that we have the superior numbers. We didn't know until only recently that they were here. We can't pretend to assume just how many and how they will appear.
This is true. This is definitely true. I mean, while I was fighting the mayor, there were two more just at the ready, but they didn't act. They instead took, and then they got caught. But
Well, if you don't remember, did interrogate one of those two, and they told us there are 8. True, Aubrey, though you are, we cannot take their word as honesty. They said there were 8 others. That 8 could be missing a 0 in the back of it, for all we know.
mm-hmm.
I have a suggestion, if I may.
By all means, please.
Garu are typically known to show sort of reverence for the earth, their environments, their habitats. Sacred. So what if we poisoned it?
What way?
The swamps, the waterways, poisoned it.
There's one thing that comes to mind when you say that. Humans. The humans in the area undoubtedly use these streams for their hunting, for their beloved crawfish, for their catfish. They even eat alligator, they eat the snake, they eat whatever that comes from the swamp. If we poison it, it's going to also inadvertently poison these people, which will then bring the ire of the law into this area. We are on the far outskirts of our beloved city of New Orleans. We don't control the police here.
Yeah. And again, for all we know, that the police could also have some Macaulay in it. Again, considering our mayor was Macaulay.
You're right.
We don't know, since we don't know their identities, we don't know what they're attached to. If we don't know what they're attached to, widespread attacks, while great strategically, in the long run, would destroy us. The unknown is too unknown for us. We know 8 could be a lie. We know reptilian could branch off from that. But we do know that they are expecting a prince to be around here. If they expect, and I'm sure with that expectation, they expect a lot of people to be around them. I'm sure they will expect a war of some kind, a big, long-scale battle of some kind. It's just conjecture, but the forest is going to get very bloody on both ends.
Prince Felicity steps up, and she then says, "We may not be able to buy the people around this area. However, I do have a question for Thorn. How often do you hear gunshots? I'm sure people shoot at wild boar that may be coming in the area, shoot at an alligator that be getting too close to their family dog. How often do you hear gunshots?"
Not often. And those hunters that would stray this close to my domain, my land, I make sure that they're taken care of. Occasionally, there'll be some tourists that come through, want to do a little bit of hunting. They don't know the land, they don't know the area, they think it's just fun.
When you say take care of random people and tourists and such, how are you covering your tracks?
Disposing of the bodies? It varies, I suppose.
And what of their cell
There's-
phones that have GPS and SIM cards that can be traced?
Crushing it is easy. Keeping it on their person after it's crushed, putting some cinder blocks to the bottom of their feet and throwing them in the swamp. Doesn't matter, you destroy it. Completely.
We're going to have a teachable moment in terms of how to dispose of a person and their belongings properly in order to not have any eyes come to your specific location. But that's another time. That's another time. So, my question about the gunshots is simply because there's going to be quite the firefight coming from our end, and it's going to get loud. Yes, we will have the dampening effect of the swamp and the trees, but we all know that a gunshot is loud enough to alert anyone in the area. And when it comes to multiple rounds being fired in mass, that's cause for concern for anyone. Does anyone have any suggestions, any thoughts? Something that we can do instead of raining hellfire down upon this place and then bringing it upon us at that same point?
You mean to handle this diplomatically?
Oh, absolutely not. There will be no diplomacy here. We all know that. We all know that. One
cannot
side
see-
will win, whether it's through complete annihilation or surrender. One side will become victorious.
It's something that we cannot use guns for. So you mean hand to hand, something close combat?
My only worry...
If there is a gunshot, we are far enough out of the city that this is considered wild. The border of it, at least. If there were gunshots out here,
And with how much the Macaulay like to roar in combat, I'm sure noise of all kinds will be heard in the
They're,
forest.
forgive me for saying I'm not a military mind, but by the very nature of them, they're incredibly wet creatures. How do you feel about a downed power line? They could happen anywhere.
Indeed they could.
These things happen.
This is true.
Indeed they could. Very interesting. It's a very good thought, Aubrey. I appreciate that. We'll have to put that down. Lady Aisha, if you don't mind writing that down, and you see her start scribbling on the map in a far corner.
Any strategic advantage we can have, any environmental advantage we can pose on
Well,
them would be nice.
we do have two Tremiers here. Is there any sort of blood sorcery that you could do that would affect them?
Does blood sorcery work on?
I've never
Oh,
tried, never had the opportunity to face up against one.
Oh, okay.
Or eight.
Oh wait. Oh wait. How many? Can I ask? Just preliminary. I'm not sure. You said that more people would be coming here, or more leaders at least. Do we have a preliminary number of how many we'll have on our side? On our end?
We're expecting 10 from the Ventru.
Mm.
We're expecting... Angelo, how many did you say from your gangrels? And Angelo steps up and goes, we're expecting 25 as well. We're expecting almost the entirety of the clan. Some of them have to stay back to protect our home, of course, but as you understand, you will have our might. And Prince Felicity's hounds will be in full attendance, all 10 of them.
Are there any from the Malkavians?
There's only one Malkavian in our city, and it's best she stays where she is. Not very helpful, unfortunately, in the forms of fighting. Very good at
No,
seeing
but
things, though.
So altogether, was it? If Christian could do math, that'd be great. 45 total.
55. So we have 20 for
55.
the
Yes, the 20 for the. I missed
Ventrue,
20.
25 for the Gangrel,
Yes. Mhm.
10 of the Hounds, and then us. So
Yes.
32. 33, excuse me.
Okay.
30.
Okay. Oh.
No, 40, 50.
So it's, yeah. So.
63.
Oh. Hey, and looks to the two elders. I'm sure you both count for way more than the average. So that does, even if their number is smaller, it feels good to have a much bigger number. Okay.
Ambra, Thorn, if I can ask you one quick question, please.
of course, anything you'd like.
How do you feel about abandoning your home at the end of all this? When we do possibly need to run from any law enforcement that may be coming in, there will be quite a ruckus, and I'm sure it will bring the ire of some people. It'd be best if we were not here at that moment. How do you feel about abandoning your home?
I think that you and the others would do well to leave, as you suggested. Is it an order from yourself?
I can see your hesitancy.
It's the only thing I have left from Cameron. I suppose there's some
understand
sentimentality
that.
there.
So let me ask you, is the physical home more important than humans finding out about Kindred and these giant Macaulay?
Of course not. The masquerade must be upheld. The traditions must be upheld. And the secrecy of what we are in our world should be upheld, first and foremost. And you see tiny, just the slightest bit of film around Thorn's eyes of just red, as if he's holding back emotion. Of course, for my friends and our world, I would go.
Very good to hear. At this moment, Fritz comes up behind you and whispers into your ear, I have an idea, if you will allow me a few moments away from the home.
Of course, anything you'd need.
And then he
Anything you
bows
need.
to the prince, bows to Lady Aisha, bows to you all, and makes his elegant way out of the room. We're going to take this opportunity for a quick 10-minute break. We will see all of you.
What's he gonna
shortly.
do?
See you in 10. And we are back. Hello, hi, hey, what's going on? If you're just joining us, hello and welcome to Darkness Over New Orleans. Thanks for coming in, thanks for stopping by. I'm your storyteller, Dylan, and these are our fantastic friends. We have Christian, we have Robin, we have Thaddeus. If you've been here since the beginning, thanks for sticking around. We appreciate your patronage to our humble coterie. Let's just jump right back into it. All right. Excuse me. Much better. There it goes. All right. So Fritz now leaves the room, and after a few moments, you can hear the front door shutting behind him. Aisha simply looks at you and says, "Well, where's your ghoul headed off to, Thorn?"
Before he left, hold on, above table. Before he left, he's told Ambrose what was going on.
All he said was, "I have an idea."
Oh, not to worry, Lady Aisha. Fritz is always doing little things like this. He'll be back momentarily with a good explanation.
Very good.
I'm sure.
All right, then. So, as you all know, we are expecting a good number of kindred to be joining us tonight, and we will then truly prepare for what's going to turn out to be one hell of a mess, I'm sure.
When is vampire business never been a mess of some kind?
Prince Felicity laughs out loud at that. I agree completely. There's too much politics, but that's what makes us wonderful, isn't it, though?
You had me in that first bit.
Had him in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
The 100 vampires kindred are going to be coming into this house. Correct?
Well, the important one's gonna be coming here, and then I'm guessing the rest of, I guess, would be outside waiting as the leaders delineate and make sure that we're all on the same page.
Quite a large target that we are putting on ourselves, coming
get it.
to one place collectively. Most of the kindred in this city.
That's it. That's it. They expect us to do this. We don't know how much they know.
Well, if you're looking to attract Macaulay, that is certainly a way to do it. Get all the
Yeah.
vampires in the city in one collective place inside of a house.
Well, again, that's if they know.
Who wouldn't attack?
Well, they would be foolish, considering we're a gathering force, and from what I've heard from the animal I've talked to, at least, no semblance of anybody else around so far. So I do need to talk to them more. I do need to see what their game plan is. This is new for me, so you have to forgive me on that front of information.
Lady Aisha simply says, "We will be having the whole congregation here.
Oh,
We need everyone to be 100% on point with this task that we are putting in front of us. Everyone needs to be well versed in our plan of attack. Who will be the group leaders? I'm sure we'll be divvying up into different locations, so we'll have to have different groups, different group leaders. It's best to have
Makes sense.
everyone here at once."
Makes sense.
It's all just still doesn't make sense to me. The
What part?
Garu flee, everything about it. The Garu flee, except for the Macaulay, who seem intent on destroying all of us. I mean, obviously, there are enemies, but wiping out all the Nosferatu in New Orleans, targeting us, why? Coming to the cities is difficult for Garu. That angry. Anything can set them off. And they were intent on the city, putting humans in danger alongside everything else. I don't understand.
I
Why?
think the Nosferatu are self-explanatory. They wanted to move freely in the tunnels, and who's in the tunnels?
Hmm.
They were our early warning system,
Yeah.
and now the Garu can move freely, unchecked.
I suppose.
I mean, this is me assuming. I'm sure they're responsible for our telecommunication snafu, and I'm sure. I mean, Nosferatu are an information network, like Aubrey said, the early warning system. Cut that, cut the line, infiltrate, move in. That's why I said we don't know exactly who is where and what positions they hold.
Yes, but they stay to the wild. Coming to the city is. I I want to know. More than just destroying them, I want to know why. What has them so strong that they must come to the city, that they must destroy us?
Prince Felicity then stands up and says, "You do have to understand that you are categorizing them in the same grouping as the Garou. The Makole and the Garou hate each other. There is a feud between the two kind as deep as there is between vampire and all of their moon children.
Hmm. I didn't know
While
that.
the werewolves despise the cities for what they are, the Makole have no problem stepping into a city to avoid confrontation with the Garou. They can live within your sewers, they can live amongst you, they could be in the apartment right next door. As we found out, one of them was the mayor of the city, simply in plain view. A Garou would never, ever try to do something as bold. As you keep on saying, the true owners of the land. Garou can be the shape, Makole can be the shape of the snapping turtle, the alligator, other forms of lizards. Those predate much everything here, let alone a city. And this was built upon their land. I'm sure these Makole are the original owners. And they've come to collect.
Is it possible for the Gangrel and collectively to speak with the creatures of the swamp? Turtles and lizards, to see if they have any information?
I mean, like I said, I'm already gonna try to talk to the birds for information, but if we can get any advantage, I'll talk to every turtle, lizard, gecko, dog, cat, bird
When
that
you
I
put it
need
like that, it sounds ridiculous.
to.
It is a good idea, I will say that to you, Thorn. However, at the same time, same coin, other side. It is a bad idea because it requires strong allies of ours, our own kindred, to go into the swamp, the area that we know for a fact these monsters dwell. to
Yeah,
just
that's
speak
true.
to some animals for some information.
And they have it lucky. They can go out in the sun
Indeed.
and do that. Hey, I just there's one other, well, two, Okole, I'm really worried about. The one with the eggs, former, and I'm not sure if the shark one will join because that exists.
Oh,
Uh,
those are
Is
something
that a thing?
completely different. They are not
Are
Okoli.
they?
That's called a Rokea.
oh, okay, go ahead.
They
Do I
are
have to?
a monster of itself, and hopefully
yeah,
we don't have to deal with them.
yeah.
If anything, it could
Hope.
possibly be a bull shark that comes up the creek from the river, but let's not talk about that, please. I don't want to think
Sure.
about having
I
to deal
mean,
with land sharks at a time like this.
hey, if you said that they hate each other, if we can get them to hate each other, then sure. But I understand. I get it. So I'm assuming you're gonna be sharing your stockpile of weapons from the basement.
Of course. That's what
Okay, just
my good friend out front is for.
Who is that, by the way? That large man.
that is a large man. That is very true.
The gun librarian.
And she pulls out a small brass whistle and she just blows into it gently. And you hear the front door open and close quietly. Very heavy footsteps coming up the stairs, down the hall, and enters into the amphitheater. Yes, Prince. How could I help you? Charles, please open your coat. And he takes the trench coat that he was wearing, unbuttons it, pulls his arms into the sleeves of both, and from there pushes the coat open, which drops to the floor with a thud and stands upright, as the inside of the trench coat is just a wall of armory.
Jesus.
There are guns and rounds of ammunition just attached to it.
Oh.
He
Just the
himself is still a very broad individual, but the jacket was concealing quite an arsenal.
Bigger than Maurice, or are we talking
Bigger than Maurice.
Jesus Christ?
Marcel.
Marcel.
So
I'm sorry, Marcel. Jesus, bigger than Marcel. Good Lord. Wow.
I am inspired.
Don't go through any metal detectors. Good Lord.
Is he your ghoul?
You fan. So like,
He looks at you and goes, I'm one of the hounds.
Of course you are.
blink. Gotta blink.
You're not blinking.
You're not blinking. You're staring. Stop staring.
You're making me
Well,
awkward,
okay.
man.
Hey, like I
I
said,
don't think his guns are that big.
flexes, just explodes his shirt. Like I said, while we have number, I'm glad to see that our numbers are thick with potential.
And you see him reach into his pants pocket and rummage his hands around a little bit, and then just pulls out two brass knuckles on his hands that have spikes coming out that are shining in the light.
Ooh, I picked up a pair of those too. I'll fight right beside you, bud. Once you run out of ammo, I'm right there with you.
My ammo is my stamina. Once I run out of
My man.
Once I run out
Yeah?
of that, I have to use tools.
Me and you on the same page. Wavelength.
I love a man
right
who
here.
can use his hands.
Right here.
Yes,
Love it.
I love a man who doesn't plan ahead and has extra ammo on him.
It's okay.
Oh,
There's a
it's
whole
okay.
arsenal. He
Brilliant.
runs out of ammo.
Just
hey,
just stripes himself
Well,
on
which one
Aubrey.
of those guns do you run out of ammo for?
Aubrey,
don't use
don't be
them.
jealous.
Don't be jealous, Aubrey. Don't be
Not
jealous.
jealous. What? Why would you think I'm jealous? I'm obviously not
Aubrey.
jealous.
You're wonderful. You have charisma, personality, and charm, and I love that.
Personality.
Mm.
I love that about you.
My personality is grating. I know this is a lie.
Hey, wait, but did he above table? Did he say his name or no?
Yeah, Charles.
Charles. Well, Charles, like I said,
Don't call him Chuck. Aubrey.
I'm not one for guns either.
Chuck.
So, I'll be right there next to you to help.
Yes.
To
And
share that.
I'll
that
take his
load.
supply of the guns then.
You can take my half. You can take my
As you're doing the gimme hands, Charles says, "You'll have to ask Prince Felicity, and ask very nicely, because these are for everyone. We
Oh,
share.
Yes,
we
everybody
share
wants to get a
nicely."
piece of that, I imagine.
Aubrey, I have that duffel bag that I took from the armory before, full of
This is true. Yeah.
everything.
We gave you a gift already.
Oh,
We
I
gave
just
you
thought
that.
we were all really admiring his guns. I just
I
thought
mean,
maybe
he's-
these are the better guns.
I mean, look at him. Look at him. I'm gonna
I
say
can't
this right
stop
now.
looking.
He's
okay?
great.
No, I mean, like, I turned my head and he's still in my vision. It's a large man.
Wow.
It's unnecessary. Look at all that subcuticular flesh. It's just
Aubrey,
everywhere.
Aubrey, you're a large man too.
At a certain point, you're just botting them out. Like,
And like I feel
what
like
do you
this-
use those extra inches for?
He starts heading over to you, and you feel
show.
the slight shuffle of the floorboards as he comes over.
Good lord.
Is there an earthquake?
Yeah.
Your house is unstable,
Listen,
darling.
little man. I
Okay,
understand.
well,
that
being
you're
demeaned
hurt.
is my kink.
I understand that you're hurt, but
Damn.
calling people names and making jokes at people's size and stuff, it's just not cool.
Damn.
Oh,
You're right. I am sorry I offended all of this.
I mean, yeah.
Aubrey.
Jesus.
And he just gives you
As-
a gentle pat on your shoulder that like makes you like buckle to one side a little bit, and he just
I
walks
did some
back. He
massage.
walks over onto the stage.
They fucked my spine.
Alongside Prince
Mm.
Felicity,
Hey,
who's just
as
sitting
long-
there
There's
with
so
a
much.
half smirk on her face.
Yeah. Hey, this is a good time as any to just joke around and be light, considering what we're going into. It's good to
Nothing
just
about him is light.
no. Oh hell no, definitely. That is a
Did you
heavy
see how
set.
much meat?
Oh, how
Yeah,
could I
did you see how
again?
much meat?
As Aubrey said, how could I miss it?
That was dense. That was.
Yeah.
What do you think? How tall do you think that is? Like 6'9", 6'8"? How much skin is on him? Like, do you see how much? muscle?
We are all looking at the same man. Like he's like if I could get Marcel and him in the same, oh, that would be a great fight. Marcel versus Charles. Oh man, that's
Oh, oh,
wow.
oh.
Wow.
no! I like it. I like it. Yeah, do that.
Down.
Maybe have it here.
Do I need to get the bottle?
I just
You
like
all-
the idea of two giant meats just slapping together
Just-
like that. I
Can
love
we
it.
just focus
big ol'
on
meat.
impending doom for one
Angelo
moment?
in the back of the theater go, "Calm down. You're making it weird."
I mean, that's a Nosferatu for you.
Sorry.
I just feel
I'm
like
so
you guys aren't
crunchy
taking
and
on
gay.
impending doom and eventual death that seriously.
I mean,
Yeah, it's fine.
hey, it's not the first time.
I killed like a not. It's fine. If it's as bad as like as Black Spiral, we'll be fine.
What?
Be fine, Aubrey.
You're always saying some weird shit that I don't understand, and I'm not going to ask follow-up questions.
Hey, but
I've
here's
been punished
I'll
before.
I'll give a follow-up answer. As someone who fought one, it is good to not go
You
into
fought a
si-
tiny dancer?
No, I fought a Makole.
Now, tiny dancer.
Dancer. I fought a Makole. As someone who fought for a living, it is not good to go into a fight tense and worried. It's good to have, I know we don't need it, a breath of something. If this is the last time, then
If we're all looking for an excuse to just ask him out, just ask him.
I mean,
I don't need the warm-up speech.
Well, I don't want to ask him out and then die.
Bray would never.
But
Uh,
yeah, this
Yes,
is
I'm
this
sure
is,
Conan the Barbarian takes what he wants.
I mean that hey,
You wanna
with
take what
that
you
with
want?
that body type, he's allowed. I
Hey,
get it.
Robin?
I understand.
Let's start
High
working
or
out if
low,
we survive
please?
this.
God
Oh,
damn it.
for fuck's
Fuck's
sake,
sake,
low.
For fuck's sake,
Low?
low. Oh,
Okay.
for fuck's sake, high low.
Okay.
Where will you leave me be?
All right.
Where will you leave my games be?
The voice of Kessler sounds throughout the house. Master, there are several cars approaching. As this happens,
Thank you.
Oh, the wall goal.
As this happens, Lady Aisha and Felicity and the hounds all turn to you. There's someone else here.
Just my other ghoul.
Have you seen Iron?
Just keeps a watch on things, the comings and goings, as you no doubt have ghouls that do that for your havens.
I mean, they live in
He
the
would be
walls.
quite-
They live in the wall, right? That's like their thing. To just observe and look at people. I'd still get creeped out by it. Thought of it. I stopped thinking about it. I honestly forgot they existed.
Wall ghouls.
Wall ghoul. Hey, like this isn't the first time we've dealt with wall ghouls before.
That's
so.
that's less off-putting than the things that we've seen.
Honestly, that graveyard sucked.
Well.
No different than what anybody else has at their heaven.
Okay, very good. Understood. I just thought we were introduced to everyone here. Is there anyone else that we should be aware of that's in your home? You have your ghoul manservant Fritz. You have another ghoul who is the eyes and obviously the intercom of your home, which is very interesting. I did not see any speakers. Bravo for hiding them in the decorative artwork.
Fritz's work, yes.
Very good. Well, it seems that our entourage is here. Lady Aisha, if you will please come with me downstairs. And they start making their way out of the room and down the stairs to the front door.
Hey,
So, everyone's still here in the room?
I'm gonna follow them. I'm
Angelo
gonna
is
follow
still
them.
there. The three hounds are still there.
Yeah.
And Easy
wanna-
is there as well.
Would we want to
Oh,
all
but why
go?
don't you follow? No, I'm going to stay. I'd like a word with Angelo. If you would like to
Oh,
go
you
down
want
there.
to talk with?
Bray?
Oh, okay. I'll go. I mean, I am a primogen, so I should meet the other primogen. That makes sense. I'm gonna do that preliminary. Yeah, I'll go down.
Okay.
I'll head
What-
down.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay, so Ambrose, you're staying up with Easy, Angelo, and the three hounds. Just making
Right.
sure. Okay, let's go with Max and Aubrey as they head downstairs.
Mhm.
Lady Aisha and Prince Felicity are sitting at the open front door as you see several large vans open up. The entirety of the Gangrel are there. All of the Ventrue are coming out, and a good group of the rest of the hounds have arrived.
Mhm.
As everyone is marching up into the house, you also notice Fritz in the back as he's like huffing his way up the lawn to meet up with everybody.
I hate them. The only one who needs to breathe.
You do not see Lady Goulon, the primogen of the Ventrue. She is
Mhm.
not present.
Right.
Megan is there, however.
Oh snap!
Megan, so good to see you.
Oh, well, look at you. How do you do?
Yes, look at me.
Hey, it's been a while. Been some time.
Indeed, it has. So many things have happened.
Lots of things have happened
Look
since we
at
last
you,
spoke.
Primogen now. How wonderful for
Mm.
you. Enjoying the title
Thank
and the
you.
responsibility?
Technically, I just kind of got it, so I haven't had that much time with it. Now we're heading to a full forward battle with terrible forces. So fantastic. Honestly,
Well-
it's I could do without it. I could have done without. Like if I was allowed to say I don't know, don't come over here, I would have said that, but can't do it. Can't do that.
Yes, we all have big responsibilities now. You didn't ask about my unlimited cell phone plan I recently acquired.
You got an
so-
unlimited
Oh,
cell
look
phone
at
plan.
I'm
you,
off of the
moving up in
minutes.
the world.
I know, Primogen, unlimited data. Who's winning? I don't know. I don't know.
Honestly, Aubrey, honestly, you're winning.
You say
100%.
that, but you have a pigeon network. You do these little tweets
I don't have it
that
yet.
get
I
your
don't have it
message
yet.
out there throughout the city.
I don't
And
have it yet.
I just can. It's not as good.
Hey, I'm just going with an old form of technology. You're in the new and the now.
I don't know. I want to do like little foxes with tiny rolled up squirrels that deliver my messages.
Anyway, how was
That's what all the teenagers are using.
I'm looking back to Megan. How was Lady Coulon?
She has taken residency in the library for the time being to heal up and to watch over her brother. In the interim, I am here to help out as best I can.
And I'm sure you'll be able to 100%. If everyone would follow me, I will lead us back to That's a lot. That's a lot of you, huh? Lead you back to wipe your feet before you come in, please. And I will lead everyone back up to and I'll look to the amphitheater. And I'll look to Aubrey and like I say, go help Fritz. I think he's dying.
Well, I wouldn't want to miss that.
You love him. Stop it.
Well, I mean, it would be a shame if someone had to turn him to save his life, and
I mean that
only I was
should
there.
that should go to
No, you're right. You're right. This is obviously not my goal.
no. Go help them. I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
well, what's theirs is mine.
Jesus
As
Christ.
makes the way down the. Fritz,
Yes.
darling, you look winded.
This is not my kind of cardio. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, okay. Everything's gonna be fine, yeah. I'm going to just lean on you just real quickly, okay? And he puts his, all of his weight is on your shoulders.
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Aubrey just remembers that large man in the other room and does his best to, be physically imposing, puffs out his chest and holds him. I've got you right here in these big, strong arms. Come on, Fritz, let's get you back to the house. Now, where were you off to?
I'll talk about that when there's no one. There's now so many more people here. I'll talk about it all alone. I guess my little closet, I mean,
Starting
shit.
to feel that we'll never be alone again. But if any luck, you'll be Harry Potter soon.
I don't know if that's an insult or something, because I'm never gonna get my letter from Hogwarts, and we all know this, because certain people aren't allowed there.
Listen,
Fuck
listen.
turfs.
Thorn
Sir.
will, fuck Tess. Thorn will certainly make you a little magic boy. All things in time.
Well, one can only hope, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
and of
let's,
course, if they're not willing to, there's always other options.
Oh well, this is a conversation worth having.
No, I would never step on their toes. I'm just saying that you're going to be looked after. Having children is a responsibility, and he smooths his hair like a child. We will be always looking after you.
You're getting me all flustered here. This is very kind of you. I mean, In the 10
Stop,
plus years I've
I'm
known Ambrose, I've never heard such niceties, and I've only known him
having
for
my
like
daddy
last
moment.
2 days.
I'm going through my daddy fixation right now, and it's just a thing.
Okay, well, whatever floats your boat or sinks it, I don't know, but let's go with it. I'm enjoying it.
Well, let's go play battleships inside, where it's a little
You
safer.
wanna sink or swim, baby?
It's no way for a child to talk to his father, but we're
Oh,
working
we're
on it.
starting this game now? Oof. Okay, well, let me get into character. Oh, there's so many people on. I've got to get into that other character first. Okay.
I'm getting visions of you since you said boating in this little sailor's outfit.
Oh, I have
like a
three of
child.
them. You know how Daffy Duck has no pants?
Oh, just shirt cocking it.
Winnie the
Shut-
Pooh in it.
what
Bear,
a
yeah.
sight.
It
well,
certainly is a sight, but I'll tell
let's
you.
get you inside before your pants fall off.
Yes, Daddy. And then he straightens up and starts adjusting himself and goes back to his formal speech. All right, if you could all please make your way upstairs.
Every
we'll
time.
reconvene
Gets me
in
every
the. Well, it's no longer an amphitheater, is it? It's now the war room. So please make your way to the 3rd floor, and we will all reconvene there. Now, while this is all happening, Ambrose, you want to stay back and talk to Angelo.
Oh yeah, Lady Aisha, the prince, Maximilian, and Aubrey leave. And the door shuts. And immediately, Ambrose rushes towards Angelo and kneels down right in front of him. All right, I have to ask you a question. It's a
What?
serious question.
Why? Okay, whoa. Hey, can you please get up? I don't like people kneeling in front of me. It's really wigging me out.
I just need to know if you saw the body. Did you see the body?
The fuck are you talking about?
Aubrey's sire, Aether. Did you see his body poof? I mean, did you see him? His remains, or
Yes, I had to collect the shackles. I had to put him in the cuffs and shackles, then put him into the coffin, and then lock it up.
Huh?
And then Lady Aisha told her carriage coachman to just drive around. Several hours later, here we are. I gotta undo the coffin and take out the shackles and the cuffs.
Did he say anything before he passed? Anything about Aubrey? Anything about anything at all?
I just kept on screaming.
His last
please,
words?
No, please, no. Save me.
Save me. Odd. All right. Didn't think he was a squealing beggar, but okay.
Oh God,
That's interesting.
it's always the butch bitches when the chips are down, they turn little babies.
It's always the butch bitches. Always.
Always,
sorry.
always.
All right. All right. So he's really dead.
Oh yeah, he's well and dead. Yeah.
It seems so. All right. Where's his ashes?
I don't know, in the vacuum.
You vacuumed him up?
I didn't. I was just told it's not my job to clean up.
And-
I just took
Hello.
care of him. You know what I mean?
Sure, you took care of him. I know what you mean. Right. All right. All right. Hey, Angelo, you and I should have a
Hey.
conversation sometime by ourselves. Get to know you.
Isn't that what we're doing right now? What's going on here?
No, there's just so many people here, and you are Maximilian's father, and I would like to get to know you, rather than the scumbag that basically murdered him and kept him in the dark. And I would like a fresh start with you, and perhaps talk with you honestly, man to man, or something. I don't know.
You got a really strange way of having conversations, but I mean, I guess if you want to schedule some time with the sheriff for a man-to-man talk, yeah, we can do
No,
that.
not not with the sheriff. No, 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 no. With Angelo. Angelo.
Here's the thing, and he leans in towards you. To you and me, I'm the sheriff. To Max and me, I'm Angelo, his sire, his father, and then the sheriff. So if you want to talk to me like you're Thorn to Angelo, it's gonna be oh, how do I even say this without being a complete dickhead to you?
A couple
It's-
centuries.
Gonna be a no
It's
go.
gonna, it's gonna, it's gonna, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Gonna be a no for me, dog.
It's gonna take a lot. Why don't we have Max as a mediator? Hmm? Or do you not want him in the
Sure.
presence? Oh, that was easy.
No, I think
okay.
I think it would be great. It would be great. You, me, and Max. And Aubrey. If he wants. Or not, because I know you really don't like him too much, so he doesn't have to show up. Never mind, just you, me, and Max. That could be good. We could arrange that, yes, if we live.
Listen,
Yes.
Aubrey can come along. He's. You know how some people just like, they don't even gotta look for your buttons and they know how to press them.
Yeah, I know.
For some reason, I don't know why, but this little boy gets underneath my skin. It reminds me of from the Mummy when the scarab gets under that jailer's skin. And you see all the buggy. That's how I feel when he talks sometimes.
Doesn't really have any good father figure role models, and
And
sometimes he
you want to talk to me?
projects. No, well, I think you would be good. Max trusts you,
Well, yeah.
and I would like to put my faith in someone Max trusts as well, as a show of good faith, I suppose, to him.
And he puts his hand on your shoulder.
Crunch.
Do you put any faith in yourself then? Because Max trusts you.
I have complete faith in myself, keeping myself alive and protecting myself, but now I have Max and Aubrey, and I would very much like to keep them safe at all cost, no matter what. They're precious to me.
Easy leans forward and goes, don't let Max hear him call you precious. And he just leans back.
I have called him precious.
Oh, I'm sure you have, more than once. Probably several times a day. Sure, we'll set some time aside for the three of us, the four of us. Bring Aubrey with you. It'll be a
Yes,
fun training exercise for me.
I think so. I hope so. I really hope so, because it's just something that I'd like to talk to you about in order to keep Max safe and... All right. Yes. Well, this was, and he stands up, this was a big deal for me. You don't realize it, but it was. We're done now. Good day. I hope you don't die. And I'm going to leave. Enjoy this room. And you too, Chuck. Charles. Whatever. Gives him a nice, firm, meaty pat on the shoulder.
Your palm starts to tingle a bit from the impact, just like almost instant pins and needles. And then,
God.
as you're leaving the area, Angelo just turns to Easy and goes, "The fuck is wrong with this guy?" As this interaction concludes, we'll say that the large group of peoples have made their way to the entrance of the amphitheater as Lady Aisha charges forward and jumps onto the walkway and marches her way towards the table and just says, "Everyone find a seat now. This meeting has begun." And with that, that's a perfect place for us to end tonight's episode.
No, I want to pick my seat.
This ticket says
Can we
E17.
pick our seats?
Of
Let's
course you
pick
can.
our seats, huh?
Robin,
You
are
can
you
pick your
doing what I
seats.
think you're doing? Hold on, Robin, are you doing what I think
Robin,
you're
is
doing?
your seat Chuck?
Are you doing the move I think you're gonna do? Roll alone? You fucking maverick, what the fuck?
Do it.
You insane bitch, what the fuck? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
We got to
God.
do it next time, guys. We got to do it next time.
If
I
we
call this
live,
the mommy seat.
if we live, God, no, you're gonna. Oh
Yep. It's the come
no,
to Jesus moment.
no.
Oh,
And Ambrose might go to Jesus.
Yes,
might go to Kane.
might go to Kane, might go to Oblivion. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? If we live.
Someone, oh, Sketch says Ambrose gives me Serpentious vibes.
Yes.
Angelo, I would like to buy you a beer. Why? Because I'm buying everyone a beer.
Everyone a beer.
Everyone a beer.
Angelo,
It's
I'd like
true.
to invite you to our threesome because I'm having a threesome with everybody.
Everybody. No,
That's right.
I live for that fan-made meme at the very end of it where they're like, "I'm sacrificing myself for you, Miss Cherry, because I'm sacrificing myself for everyone."
Well, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. It has been quite the ride. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves as much as we did. My friends, let's do the exit outros? Yeah, starting with Thaddeus.
Good evening, everyone. I've been Aubrey Valentine. I didn't get hit by anyone, so it was a light night.
All right. and
Hi,
Robin.
I'm Robin the God. Yeah, that's me. I knew what you were thinking, man. Got premonitions. Hey, I'm Robin the God. I played Ambrose Windsor, who is masquerading as Thorn the Nosferatu. He's a Tzimisce. He can do that. Why not? And you know, they're just taking over his house. He's fine. He's fine. His flesh house is being taken over. It's fine, and don't worry about why the walls are so squishy. How about that?
How
Squish,
about
squish, squish.
that?
How about
It's like if Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was a nightmare.
You orange screw got a leather.
Oh, another
For some of
nightmare.
those children, it was.
Yes, for every one of those children, even Charlie. Even Charlie was a nightmare. That
No,
fan, the fan
It's-
section.
It's
Oh.
his Nightmare Factory now, and he was very happy about that.
Mm. Hi everybody. Hey, what's up? Hi. Hey, what's up? Hi. My name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, all over the internet. I'm a teacher, RPG performer, and educator in the space, and I have been Maximilian Washington, your Primogen Gangrel, the leader of this coterie. And oh boy, here we go. We're getting it. We're getting there. We're getting to the meat and the potatoes of it all. We're gonna do that, and then when we leave that situation, when war is over, we're gonna get thrown into hell again. So I can't wait for it. Gonna be so good.
Don't stop
Come
coming.
hell or high water.
Hits don't stop coming. I'm like, this buffet's gotta end. And like,
Never.
you said,
I come to
it's
serve.
all eat. And it's like, I'm full. And it's, eat more. You're like, oh.
No, I just wanna shovel good story into your mouth. Just
Ambrose,
shovel it
Ah,
in.
I've
God.
always got room for more meat.
Good. I got a heavy.
There's room for one more.
Oh, there's a little more.
And I'm your storyteller, Dylan. You can find me across the interwebs, Roll4Dylan. Literally everywhere on the internet. That's where you'll find me. Thank you so much, very much again for joining us tonight. We are going to be rating our good friend Old World Charmed, who has changed his name to Charmed Fantasy. He is playing Dungeons and Dragons right now, so give me 2 seconds while I get that.
I
Oh,
want
ready.
Old
like Old
World
World Charm.
Fantasy back on this channel. Like, I need him back to play like an NPC. He is so good.
He's good. He's
So
very
good.
He's very,
Yeah,
very
he
good.
is. He's very
Good
good.
man's, good man's, good man's. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good
Let's
man,
go take a
great
look and
man.
see what they're playing in D&D for. Goodbye, everybody. Good night.
Bye.